Why, hello. We are back after a couple of weeks off there. We have returned. What was it? A week off or a couple of weeks off? I don't know. My timeline on things is spotty. But welcome to the Rough Report. We are once again reporting live from here in Ottawa. Jessica in Hamilton. Nat, of course, just a couple floors above my head.
Floating above his head.
Just floating there. Yeah. We are just floating heads at the end of the day. The talking heads, as some might say. Talking busts. Maybe that's not the right word.
Jessica, you're muted.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I am.
That's the Rough Report, folks.
I was just saying, like, I have all these online friends and we play games all the time, and I'm always like, I've never seen your legs.
Yeah.
Like, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm 6 feet tall. I'm like, no, you're not. You're 4 foot we're off the ground, because I will never believe your height. Sorry.
No.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sipping on a beverage that is making me burpy. Lots of crazy stuff I feel like has happened.
It just keeps happening, man.
Things just keep happening. And today,
Could you imagine if we came on, we're like, nothing's happened?
Yeah.
That would be an amazing week.
That would actually be a great show.
Yeah, we get to just chill, watch memes or something.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, that would be quite nice. But the thing that has gotten me fascinated over the recent is just this like footage of Trump falling asleep at places, because like it seems like, you know, I don't know, low-hanging fruit or whatever, but there's such a greater point to be extrapolated from this, because like just watching it is like, yes, it's absurd, it's silly, it's kind of funny, but also like I feel like because of the silliness of it, we aren't really I don't know, taking it seriously in the way it deserves, because it's like, no, this is dystopian. We should not be looking at this. Yes, it's like entertaining and all that stuff, and we can have a good laugh.
Yeah,
but
I think the
also,
problem right,
what the hell?
yeah, I think the problem right now is that this has been going on for so long with zero repercussions that people like are just like, well, what are we gonna do about it? Nothing.
Yeah.
No one's doing anything about it.
Well,
So,
and
like,
part
all we
of
can do
it
is point and be
like the last president, I don't know if you've heard of him, Joe Biden. They already did that whole look at him sleeping on the trail,
I know.
right? And it was that side, and now it's Trump's side. So now they can't talk about it. So I feel like them hushing it and like like it being brought up as a joke is more to minimize the fact, versus when it was Joe Biden, they were like, no, guys. Like, you know, it was serious then. So.
Yeah, it's crazy to me, like that sort of team sports double standard, because like, you know, people like us were pointing out all along, you know, that Biden was too old. He was obviously in cognitive decline. He obviously was not fit to do the job he was doing, let alone his policy. Like, you know, plenty of things wrong with this policy that we also criticized. But, you know, just the mere like fact that he's too freaking old, and it's obvious. And then, you know, of course, we came up to the 2024 election with that like insane debate performance where like it devolved into just two mind-rotted old men arguing about golf clubs. You don't even know how to hold your golf clubs. You know, like it's like, what the hell are we doing?
Old man yells like cloud.
Like it was awful then, to the point that the Democrats, you know, obviously saw something was wrong and pivoted to Kamala Harris, which obviously resulted in disaster all its own.
Because they didn't change any policy.
Because they didn't really change any policy. That was already bad. But on top of that, it was like people didn't really care about Kamala.
She
you know,
no,
she
she
didn't have
had
the
so
presence.
much momentum in the beginning, and then when she announced Tim, she had so much
Oh,
momentum.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
She
That's true.
lost
That's
that when
true.
she started bringing in Liz Cheney, and she
Yeah.
lost that when she
Right.
kept tagging herself to Joe Biden. No, she had
That's
a bunch
good.
of momentum. She
Yeah.
fucked that up.
Thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah,
I had
but also,
honestly
on top of
forgotten
that,
about all that.
Yeah. on top of that, we had in the Obama era the campaign of hope,
Mhm.
whereas the Kamala campaign was don't hope.
Do not come.
Yeah.
Don't expect
Don't
anything to get
come.
better.
Don't come. Weird,
You're forbidden.
weirdest JOI video.
Ugh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you can't run on an anti-cum campaign and expect to win. Come on.
This is the no nut administration.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
Kamala lost. It was the no nut politics, you know.
That's sure to lose you voters on all sides. On
Yeah,
all sides.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter who you
Exactly.
You know what?
are.
I'm gonna run for government, and I'm gonna do the Obama-style posters with "cum" on the bottom.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my slogan. Cum.
You know what? You would win. Have you guys seen the bin
Landslide.
guy?
Oh
That's
yeah,
running-
In face. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is
like-
that?
I love him.
He is my favorite clip right now is him just like I'm a centrist galactan, all the small individual planets run around me or whatever he says. And they're like, can you say that in American politics? He's like, I'm a centrist galactan. And all the small planets.
Hearing a very British person do a Southern accent was really funny. I quite enjoyed that clip. The one thing was it the one clip I really saw about when they were trying to like ask him about like what his policy was, and I thought it was like one of the most brilliant things. Like I'd love to see actual serious politicians talking like this too, where he was like, I promise that I will build one affordable house. I will build one.
I think he said at
one
least
of
one.
at least one affordable house,
Yeah.
which is already
realistic.
mild
I like
than
it.
anything my
Yeah.
opponent has offered. It's like highlighting how low the bar is and how ridiculous the entire state of democracy and electoral politics is. Like that sort of thing I think is extremely apt and
we are at that point.
to it
Like,
too.
Black Mirror did an episode about this. Where like an animated character runs for like politics or whatever.
Oh, I might have seen that one.
Like,
I might have seen that one. It's been so long.
Yeah,
since
this
I've
is like
watched
an
it.
older one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's like we're at that point where yes, like Trump has memeified politics to the point like yes, eventually we're to that point where actual like memes like policies aren't even going to matter at this point. It's just who has the catchiest catchphrase and makes the most ridiculous whatever.
Well, I remember like seeing years ago. This was probably like Bush years or leading into Obama years, when they did that study that basically determined the future president could be predicted up to like a 70% point of accuracy just based on their photo alone, like just how they looked on the surface.
Mm-hmm.
You could bet who the president was going to be.
I believe it.
I don't know how accurate that might still be.
I feel like it might
but-
still be accurate, but the measurement might have changed.
Yeah.
Like you
it's not-
gotta like once they figure out what they're actually looking for in the photos, I feel like.
Yeah. Really weird because I think like they did that with like Bush and Gore or something like that. But at the same time, you know, for those of us with short memories like me, I need to be reminded of this every now and then. The Bush's first victory wasn't really a victory, and everything around it is still really shady. And Al Gore like won the popular vote, and because of that
Mhm.
weird shifty stuff going on in Florida, Bush ended up narrowly clinching it. And yeah, just really weird stuff.
I mean, let's be honest. The Electoral College is
Oh,
there.
it needs to go. Yeah.
Yeah, the Electoral College is there because of situations like this to make sure that the right person doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And it's so fundamentally anti-democratic to the point where like we have watched American democracy devolve in such a way that you can see it bleeding into Canadian politics. And of course, like as I always try and emphasize, as a Canadian that talks about politics, the reason we talk about American politics so much is that it affects ours. Like MAGA mentality, how we feel and look at electoralism and how to vote and what's strategic,
our
what
media
isn't,
directly,
our media, all of this on the Canadian side of things has been super influenced by America and by American politics and by American think tanks and dark money. And like, if not for like MAGA-ism in general, like we probably would have never seen people like Pierre Poilievre become conservative leader, right? So there's so much of an important crossover there, not to mention the most obvious stuff like we're seeing with like the tariff war and like that absolute ridiculousness that no one seems to properly understand.
No one.
like
I mean, just the fact that we have noticed, and I'm gonna presume to talk for everyone on here, that we've noticed such a definitive shift in the anti-trans rhetoric, like how it's gotten so much more vocal and vitriolic. That is directly influenced by the US, whether it's US
100%.
bots or whether it's Meta pushing those algorithms. It's gotten deafening, right? And I can't say that like existing as trans person has ever been easy and perfect, but fuck, it's gotten harder because like it's gotten louder and just it's disgusting the levels that
what is it
are being normalized right now.
I saw somebody like because I get all this stuff, especially like it's a weird algorithmic thing I've noticed on Facebook, like where when I switch over from my personal page to like the Rough Go and the Rough Report page, my entire feed on the Rough Report side is like all just like right-wing rage bait. That's the entire feed. And I have spent like extended periods of time going not interested, I'm not interested in this, not interested in this, and like just basically clicking all the reasons why I'm not interested in it, and it keeps getting like injected into my feed. And there was one today where it was like I forget what the topic was, but it was trans people. And it was basically like the guy was like, I don't hate trans people, that's ridiculous, because they're like less than 1% of the population. Why would I hate them? I'm just mad that we let biological men compete in women's sports. And it's just like, okay, so you are mad about trans people. Like you just mentioned how small a portion of the population they are.
And now cut that portion even smaller for who actually competes
for
in
who's
trans.
athletes.
Like who's an athlete? Who's a trans woman? Even like
it's like,
well, like
so that statement was just so incoherent. It's like, I'm not mad at trans people because they're such a small part of the minority. What a waste of time to be mad at that. I'm mad at this thing that's even smaller. Like, what? Like the logic just isn't there, and it's fascinating to me how they can just say that with their whole chest.
I mean, it is really partially right now driven by, I am gonna fuck up names, those American male athletes who are pretending to be trans to like own the libs and like
and
that one swimmer, the girl that got like tied for 4th, like she wasn't even gonna win anyway, but she always talks for Trump against
now she's like this big like sort of right-wing celebrity, right? Because like the grift is so freaking obvious.
Like honestly, I would rather be homeless than have that be the way I make money.
Like,
I'll live under a bridge.
I get it. We're all kind of like, capitalism is terrible, whether you consciously realize capitalism is terrible or not. But we're like, at the end of the day, everybody's trying to get their bag, right? They're trying to get that little slice of the world. And, So in a certain way, I understand the drive to grift, but at the same time, how do you live with yourself?
Yeah.
Like that's the part that gets me.
You gotta have
Yeah.
a limit. Like
Yeah.
I'll make peanuts for brands on TikTok because if my TikTok's gonna change the world, wow. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But talking on news networks for the literal fascist president, I might be like, I might have a little too much power in that you know,
Yeah.
how much is that bag worth to actually kill people?
Like it makes me wonder, like, do you like I'd like to sit across from some of these people sometimes and go, like, do you really feel that invested in like the few trans athletes that might be trying to compete? Like, you really think it's that big a deal? Like, the amount of times I've seen people, you know, seemingly spend their entire day on social media arguing about nothing but that, you know,
They
like
can't even find these athletes. That's why they have to go undercover and like make them
and be them themselves.
It's the
Yeah.
Steve Crowder method. He
Like-
couldn't find trans women to make fun of, so he would dress as a woman and go to the gym.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like that's what they have to do.
And oh yeah, like I think we covered that clip some
Yes, and
time
like
ago,
this is
where it
they
was
can't
like,
find it, so they have to make it. It's
and even
crazy.
on top of that, when he showed up to the gym,
they were
and
still so
being-
respectful.
they were so respectful of him to the point where he started being cartoonishly obnoxious in order to get a reaction out of them. And
Yeah.
like then to that, and like, you know, because our memories are apparently very short. Come on, we all remember Daily Wire's attempt at this, right? Like
Oh, yeah,
just
yeah.
a year or two ago.
The basketball movie,
The
or-
basketball movie. So
Yeah.
it's literally about basketball. You know, like, and we're here we are at the WNBA again, you know, doom mongering about trans people here. And yeah, they tried to do like, because Lady Ballers, as
Yes.
that stupid movie was called, was originally conceived to be a documentary. They were exploring the idea of actually having a couple of actors sincerely pose as trans women to see if they could infiltrate women's sports, right? But they had to quickly scrap that idea because they realized that there was actually like a lot of safeguards already in place to prevent that from happening, and that you actually being trans and going the extra mile to
no one wanted to do
infiltrate.
it.
No one actually wanted to do it. They're like, they realized, oh, this is actually too hard. So they had to pivot to making it a goofball, screwball
fiction.
comedy of complete fiction to try and satirize the whole thing. But the thing about satire is, when it's real satire, when it's good satire, when it is what the actual definition of satire is typically you are making fun of a power structure that is real. that you're making fun of problems that exist. So when you're making up a problem to satirize it, is it really satire at that point, or are you just being a deranged weirdo?
Oh my God.
I think I have the answer for that.
Yeah.
I think I can safely say the answer for that.
Yeah. I think this is why we need to keep art in schools and stuff like that, because too many failed artists. Like, this is why I'm so against like generative AI. How many Hitlers is that gonna cause?
No.
Like, realistically.
Yeah.
I mean,
what
how many
mean?
Hitlers are supporting generative AI?
Right? I feel like
because-
there's the Venn diagram is a circle.
Circle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Like, we need to keep art in schools and appreciate art, or else bad artists that don't get their whatever are gonna turn to fascism.
Yeah. I mean, I think like you already see that already to a certain degree in the pop landscape, right? Like all
Well, I was
these
thinking
kind of,
Ben
like,
Shapiro right away.
well, actual big celebrities, like, you know, certain billionaire pop stars, say, really masking or not really being transparent or conveniently hiding who all their real life friends are. you know, and like
Yeah.
purposefully not talking about their politics, and you know, trying to keep things apolitical as much as possible,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And then, you know, they shut down a street in New York where all their wedding attendees are MAGA people, and it's all very questionable. Like it's not new. I just think like with AI, it's becoming prevalent in a way that is so difficult to ignore. And it's attractive because like the thing about fascism, and what's attractive about fascism to a lot of people who are working class and struggling, is they feel like it's going to give them a leg up, because like they need that leg up. Like, oh, I'm so disadvantaged in so many ways, it must be because you know,
Victim
white people,
mentality.
yeah, like white people aren't being respected enough in society. So here comes a guy alleviating that concern for you, and that seems very attractive. And you're like, oh, finally, I can, a guy like me can make it in society, as like detached from reality and delusional as that might be. But it offers easy satisfaction. And that's what AI does, right? It goes, of course, I'm a brilliant artist. Look at this song I just made, or look at this video I just made. Oh, I'm doing better than all the Hollywood producers. I am competing with Hollywood producers because my brilliant mind is so talented.
They have this efficiency mindset.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm more efficient than a regular musician songwriter. It takes them who knows how long to finish a song, but I can pump out 5. And it's only the ideas that matter. Like, it's like a conveyor belt.
Yeah.
Like they just have that.
That's a hilarious thing about that capitalist mindset.
Yes.
That efficiency matters when making art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that is the most important metric.
The thing like that a lot of people don't see when it comes to any kind of art is the struggle that even good artists go through. Good, experienced, talented artists will make a dozen pieces of art that just don't work. Like their idea to the page, to reality, to end product, however you want to put that, is difficult. It is about the struggle. So what you conceive in your mind, like I can like write a song.
The idea is the easy part, I feel.
Yeah. Like I can have this idea for a song, write it, but when it comes down to like recording it, performing it, and then listening to it back, there's always that part that every artist encounters where they go, something about this isn't working. And like, this isn't coming out the way I expected it to. How do I amend that? How do I fix that? How do you work with the physical reality of it? That is such an important part of the process. And sometimes you end up abandoning the idea entirely. Sometimes you end up completely morphing the idea into something else, so it does work the way you
sit on it for 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Finally comes to you.
Sometimes you put it all together and it sucks.
Yeah, like that's the thing about like,
you can make bad art.
Yeah, like I think about that with bad movies all the time, because movies have such an incredible amount of moving parts, right? There's so many people working, so many artists, and so many hands in the pie, you know, and yeah, you can have like a bunch of talented people working around the clock to make this big, monstrous, epic piece of art. And then it comes out on the other side and you're like, oh shit, this is bad. And like, how did this happen? And it's like, that's just the struggles sometimes. That's the reality of making art.
A YouTuber will find that bad piece of art and then turn that into a great comedic comedy video that's now on YouTube, and now it got recycled into good art again. It's a cycle.
That's why I try not to be like too hard on like bad movies and bad art, or things that people have like this overwhelming negative reaction to. It's super subjective. And like, I remember somebody got really mad at me on Threads a couple weeks ago because I said something as simple as, you know, I didn't hate any of these. They were talking about like endings to shows and movies and stuff like that. And I'm like, I didn't necessarily hate any of this, like, because I feel like hate is too strong a word. It was a bunch of people trying to make a piece of art. And for one reason or another, it didn't meet your expectations or whatever. But again, like I coming from that mentality, I respect the effort and the process and
Mhm.
everything, and their vision, whether it connected with me or not. I respect the art so much that I'm like, well, I can't hate it. Maybe sure it
Mhm.
didn't work perfectly for me, and I could sit here and pick apart all the ways it didn't work for me, or I
Yeah.
can sit back and just appreciate it for what it is. And
So I'm gonna just
people get mad at that idea, like, oh, you just watch things mindlessly. You're
partly.
watching things uncritically, and you're just
Yeah.
accepting it for what it
You're
is. And
not
it's like,
judging.
hey,
How
yeah,
dare
like,
you?
yeah, I don't have to sit there
You don't have
and
a
like
Kenneth
have my
Bader
arms like be scowling at the television while I'm watching it in order to like feel smart. It's okay to
Yeah.
just go, yeah, I liked that for what it is, and
Yeah.
not think about it further. That is okay. You
Yeah,
know?
like sometimes I pick media specifically to turn my critical brain off.
Yeah. Lots of
Um,
smart people watch trash media for that
Yeah.
exact reason, right?
But also, in my opinion, as an artist of various media,
Mhm.
wrapping things up, getting to the ending, finishing is the
Yeah.
hardest fucking part
Oh,
of the
yeah.
process. And
Mhm.
so, like, I understand from the difficulty of giving any artistic endeavor a really satisfying ending, because there's a couple of shows, like for example, the the episode 10 of The Haunting of Hill House that
Mm.
I pretend doesn't exist because I hated the way that it wrapped up. Or the final episode of, well, final couple episodes of Dig. This is a TV show from like the mid 2000s. I had like a lot of potential. But you could see like in the beginning, you're like all amped up, like this is really cool and exciting. But then when you got to
Mhm.
the end, they just sort of, I guess Lost would also fall into this category. They just sort of like ran out of steam. They're like, I don't know what to do with any of this. Like I had these
I
great
feel the
ideas,
same
but
way
then
about Twilight.
Honestly, that whole like what is it, the big final battle just being like a dream sequence.
Yeah.
But in the movie, they made the fight. In the book, it's just the talking.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
There's no
so when you
actual
saw it,
fight.
so when
Yeah.
you saw it in theaters and
It was more
it
exciting.
came out, spoiler alerts, you know, and Carlisle's head gets cut off, everyone who read the book was like, what? And so like we didn't know it was a dream. It was crazy.
Honestly, like in a way, I got to give kudos to that, because I like the concept of subverting the book reader's expectations.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of respect that. That's
in the book, you don't see Alice. It's all from Bella's perspective. So you didn't see Alice's vision.
right.
So
Okay.
yeah.
But did Alice do the vision?
Yes, like that
okay.
happened, but you just don't see it. You just hear the talking portions.
Ah,
It's like
okay.
crazy. And so
Yeah.
it was a big
You know,
scare.
as much as there is to
But still, the ending is
say
like,
about
why?
Twilight, I kind of I respect that move in terms of a
Yeah.
creative choice.
We're talking
I
about
get
bad
that.
media being, you know, sometimes good. Bad art being sometimes good,
having
you know?
certain redeeming qualities. Yeah. What is it? Or like just I you know, media literacy in general, I feel
my
like is getting worse, and it's not just a right wing thing. Like we all know, right wing media literacy is right out to lunch, but
Otherwise, they wouldn't be MAGA.
yeah, they'd probably be thinking a lot differently if it wasn't so zany. But what I'm noticing, like a lot of reactions to Spider-Man Brand New Day, some of the criticisms I've seen coming of that from the left,
Mm.
I feel like is like, oh wow, you guys really don't understand what the superhero movie is trying to say and trying to convey. Like one of the big things, you know, like potential spoilers, but not really a big one. It's kind of a small part of the movie, but some of the technology that Peter Parker uses in order to do his job as Spider-Man is a little bit morally dubious, like hacking into basically flock cameras to
Have they never played any of the Spider-Man video games?
Yeah,
Like, this is in the games.
They're
but,
like, oh, we might as well call him Palantir Parker. Like, oh, this feels like pro
Don't tell them
AI.
about Batman, guys.
This is yeah. And even like the Dark Knight, there was that part of it. Like, he like Spider-Man, he's using this technology that spies on us. It's almost as if like, and it's the hero that's doing this, right? And since it's the hero that's doing this, they must be trying to create propaganda for the surveillance state. And it's like, no, the entire concept of being a superhero vigilante is morally dubious. There is lots of moral questions that come from that throughout all of comic book history. Anytime you're talking about superheroes and vigilantes and things like that, any story that involves that involves moral dubiousness and gray areas and complications and navigating that, and how do you as a person negotiate with all these different factors.
And they're all
this is an ongoing theme
the system
of
doesn't
the medium.
work. Yeah,
Exactly. Like, I'm like, you feel more like some sort of moral apprehension over Peter Parker using surveillance cameras to his own end. Frank Castle straight up just murders people. Like, like what do we do? Like,
okay, I feel like they need to like release a remaster of Mystery Men.
Oh yeah,
this movie
that would improve my quality of life.
I feel like more people would then understand just superhero movies in general.
Yeah.
Like they kind of need it pointed in their face.
And what's brilliant about Mystery Men is that it's such an early example of superhero movies, because when that movie came out, there wasn't a lot of them, especially movies about superhero teams.
Captain Amazing is sponsored by like Coca-Cola.
Yeah. And he's like the secret billionaire, so they're obviously like playing off on like a Batman, Iron Man thing.
Yeah.
And this is barely like, we had at this point maybe 2 Batman movies released and no Iron Man movies. And Mystery Man came out there making this statement about that. Like, it was ahead of its time. Yeah, absolutely. But it gets me that there is this kind of like, I don't know, watering down of media understanding and artistic appreciation from the left. And there's this conspiracy part of me that is like, is this on purpose? Is this a psyop? Is there some sort of like agenda behind this? Like, is there like,
Probably.
are these supposed left-wing people coming out and saying these things because it suits right-wing ends? Like, if we can start to like question our faith in good characters like Spider-Man to such a deep level where we no longer like Spider-Man, like, is that muddying the waters enough that we start to go, you know what, maybe these right-wing thoughts and these right-wing media isn't so bad, because like, look what they're doing with my hero or something to that end, and even
team sports again, god damn it.
Like this team sports between like leftists and centrist liberals, which I think to a degree is healthy. We should have criticism about those things. Like,
prioritize them, please.
But
like,
prioritize them. And again, learn to take the wins. And like, that's something I always try and emphasize with my fellow lefties, but it's gotten me in trouble so much with them. I'm like, we've talked about it before, and you guys have seen me in action get in trouble with my fellow lefties, my fellow activists, because I'm like, I think we should support Bernie Sanders and AOC. They are doing good things for us, and they are going to suit our ends in the long run. And they're like, no, they're anti-revolutionaries. And it's like, we don't even have the beginning foundations of organization for this supposed revolution. And that's what these people are ultimately going to help provide for us.
Those same lefties will be pissed if you didn't vote for Kamala Harris or something, because they're like, you're the reason things got worse. Like the last election, I voted third party, and I have people sharing the smart vote links and all this shit and shitting on me, saying that I'm going to be the reason PP is going to get in. And I'm like, I'm sorry, give me something to vote for,
And
not vote
like,
against.
and like the thing about like when you get into reading a lot of like leftist theory and like the old texts, like, you know, Lenin, Marx, all that stuff, when you read this stuff, those guys had a nuanced appreciation for electoral politics.
Yeah.
Like what is it, the whole thing about Lenin's paper, what do you call it, leftism is a juvenile disorder or something like that, he called it.
Mhm.
And I have had so many people try and present that work
Yeah.
as saying, oh, like the juvenile disorder is believing that you can change the system from the inside. That's what the juvenile disorder is. It's like, no, the juvenile disorder that he's describing is actually quite the opposite, is believing that you can just get to revolution without engaging in the reality of the current politics. You can't skip that step. He's saying you have to actually work with the established democracy and operate within it in order to create this foundation. That was the argument he was presenting, but so many people seem to have somehow the complete opposite take. And the reason I'm saying all this is I do have a clip that is associated with this. And it's a clip about Hassan, because Hassan Piker is currently the most, as you might say, the most prominent leftist in all of media. He has turned on unspoken,
which is really sad because it's
numbers.
not even that big of a number. Like, he has 3 million followers across the world. Like,
yeah, exactly. But he has single-handedly gotten the attention of a huge factor of the youth, teaching them about leftist ideas, teaching them about leftist politics, to the point that, you know, they are challenging establishment Democrats and Republicans alike, and the far right, and whatever portion it takes. And they are being armed with the language and the know-how to do it. And I think he is overall a positive force. But then you get super left-wing communist creators like this. Here, I gotta pull up the
everyone,
screen.
while you're getting that set up, everyone remember the CIA wrote about this and how to break up leftist movements. You go in and you be really stupid and just bring up all these questions and arguments in these movements. So
yeah, this is from the Maoist Communist Union. Okay. And this is a guy, you can see it right there in the title. Hassan Piker is one of the biggest frauds. And luckily, there are a lot of people in the comments pointing out this guy's bullshit that he's about to present. And it's like, I don't want to sit here and slag on somebody who's trying to educate about communism, but when you're doing it from a place that is taking one of the most prominent leftist figures that we have, and you're trying to do the crab bucket thing where it's like, oh, if I can bump him down a notch, then we can get on top of him. And it's like, no, that's not how this works, guys.
Also, this is the Maoist Communist Union. Like, Hassan Piker is neither a Maoist or a communist. He says Mao is better than like he'll talk about the positive parts of Mao, but he also critiques him and says he's not a Mao. He also says he doesn't mind being called a communist, but he does not associate with the title. So it's like
but like, and even then, like something I have talked about with fellow leftist friends about is like, you know, we nowadays lionize and idolize Fidel Castro as being one of the most positive forces in leftist revolutionaries and things like that. Like, we can look back on all the things he did and go, wow, actually he was a great guy for a lot of reasons, and he did a lot of good things. And how he's been slandered historically in the media is actually like really bad, and it's sad that that there was this kind of rewrite of history about him. But one of the things that I like to point out is he did not admit he was a socialist or a communist until basically his revolution was done. He rejected those titles because he was afraid of alienating the moderates that were helping him. And he was very right to do so. His strategic point of view on that was actually very effective and very good. So when you see these very leftist, anti-capitalist people making headway in the mainstream, even if they are communists at the end of the day, I don't really blame them for being like, I don't associate with that title. You know what I mean? Because they're trying to sell themselves to a much more moderate that is suspicious of those
the American
intentions,
population
perhaps.
is too propagandized via the Red Scare that you can't use any of those buzzwords.
So I feel like
the Red Scare has like literally never ended in the U.S.
Yeah.
Never.
So what this guy's about to say and do, I feel like is just not helpful at all. Here we go.
I can't hear.
Oh
anything.
yeah, it's really quiet.
What? I'm here. Okay, I will fix it.
That's a fascinating lead up, but
No, I was just, I wasn't sure if it was really quiet or.
I am certain I clicked the share audio thing, but
you probably did. If not, check the volume.
Okay.
Maybe.
Socialism.
Oh.
And yet.
Okay. Here, I'll try and refresh this. And it just mutes automatically again. That's
It was one of the biggest frauds in U.S. politics. He's pretends to be for socialism, and yet he backs basically every Democrat. And
no, he doesn't.
Absolutely
right off the bat, that is a lie. That is a lie. Like, I'm sorry. Like, again, I don't want to be.
He
like,
got kicked out of the DNC.
You know,
under Kamala Harris. Do we not remember?
Yeah, like he's been brutal in regards to like criticizing Biden and Kamala Harris. That's why so many establishment Democrats hate the guy. Like, oh, he was anti-Kamala, blah blah blah. So right off the bat, I'm sorry. This guy is either
he voted for Kamala Harris
by
by the
accident or on purpose. And when he's standing up there in front of a crowd as an educator, misinforming people, I'm sorry, we have to correct that. And like, what was it I was accused of doing in the past where I corrected a fellow leftist's misinformation? Lateral violence against the left. I'm punching left from the left because I corrected their misinformation. I'm sorry, when you're just being wrong, like if the truth can destroy what you're saying, then it should be destroyed. Like we can do this by being honest, guys. Come on.
Really is essential to justifying the Democratic Party. How many of you saw that little photo op? Yes, Hassan sitting on the train reading What's to Be Done. What is to be done?
Oh, it's a photo op. He's reading theory. It must be a photo op.
Yeah.
Dude has a little political science degree, by the way.
We have all these illusions about the bourgeois state. The state is not.
He doesn't. Oh my God! Again, like, has this guy even listened to Hassan? Where is he getting this from? What?
Hassan doesn't play ads. He's completely funded by his community.
A neutral entity. Once class society develops, there's a need for a state. The state preserves and maintains the class rule of the dominant class. Under capitalism, that means the state protects the interests of the capitalist class. And in the U.S., because of our imperial chauvinism, we generally are totally ignorant of the reality of other capitalist societies, where social democratic parties not only were in power, but actually oversaw some very brutal repression, like the Social Democrats who led the counter-revolution in Germany in 1919, or like the French Communist Party that led and almost was at some of the forefront of the repression in May 68 in France. So a lot of the social democratic illusions that exist, which will grow as we move more towards fascism, are like, oh my God, we got Zoran. Yay, it's so great. We can win things. There's some free childcare now. Or, oh my God, there was a big electoral victory in one of the...
Okay.
Bitch, as opposed to fucking what?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, we can win things.
Yeah.
I failed to see how that's bad.
Candidate said she's a communist. And that means that everything's going to be better now. And we'll have a
Nobody's saying, who's
the
saying that? Who is saying that? Where it's like, oh, Zoran won. That means everything's going to be better from now on, and democracy is fixed.
And
like,
job is
he's a
what
mayor.
Straw man is this guy trying to build?
Yeah.
It makes no sense. I'm sorry, my guy. Like, I want, communism to be the thing as much as you do, but I don't see how anything you're saying and being like, I don't know, just misinforming.
Okay,
I don't see how you're going to.
Process. It's a
Yeah,
process,
it is
guys.
a
We gotta
literal
get through-
process.
we have to go through socialism first. You know how we do
Yeah.
that? We elect some socialist belief, people into office,
Yeah.
and we start working on that, and then we can organize once we don't have to fucking die under crippling rent prices.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Democratic socialists, and then everything will be good in the U.S. These are illusions. Illusions.
Yeah,
which is-
illusion
Okay.
you're having. You're the one with the illusion,
No.
my guy.
Okay, the illusion here. Where the fuck is he? He looks like he's supposed to be in a class, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he's in
Yeah,
front
who
of
is he
anyone.
talking to?
I
Yeah,
think
is he
it's an
actually in a room with
illusion that he's
people in
in
it?
front of a
Yeah.
class.
You know what? That's a good point. That is kind of a good point. I don't
No.
know if he's actually talking in front of an audience at all. It looks like he is, but
He's looking
yeah.
at the camera right now.
I mean, like the slab of plywood he seems to be talking on is a little bit weird, but he has the white screen in the background. I don't know. Maybe we're being too harsh on the guy, but like already he said like 3 things that are so untrue. I don't know.
section of the bourgeoisie will promote to hide the monstrosity of the bourgeois state and convince a section of the population who might otherwise turn to revolutionary organizing to believe that we can resolve our problems through the ballot box. Do you believe the people who are carrying out the genocide in Gaza, and the US bourgeoisie is, they're working with their little Israeli ethno-settler enclave to do it, but the US bourgeoisie is carrying out that genocide. Do you believe they're going to let people vote their way to freedom?
No. Nobody is saying that is what's going to happen. I don't believe that, but I also believe that people like Zoran and Hassan and of the like, et cetera, are doing us a favor. Those things, those things can be true at the same time.
Yeah, they're showing us functional examples of what's possible.
Yeah.
Okay, I do have this
Where's the
big
downside?
I do have this critique of people that make these. Stop comparing Hassan to political figures that are actually in office, even if it's just the mayor. Hassan is not in politics.
Yeah.
His vote matters as much as your vote.
Yeah.
Like his like that's all it is. And so it's like the fact that they're like putting this Hassan on this pedestal as if he's like running for politics. He literally says, I don't want to run. I feel like I'm doing more good as a commentator.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's just like this they bring up politicians and they bring up Hassan as if they're on equal playing grounds, and they're not at all. Maybe you could make this whole video about Katie Vance or anyone on the right. You could do 15 of these about
it's
Trump.
like the same people that were trying to like slander Bernie and I've seen it from both sides, and both of it is completely ahistorical, where in like 2016, after he was cheated out of the primary, he promoted Hillary Clinton. And so many people on the further left were like, see, he's promoting Hillary Clinton. He's not really on our side. And it's
As opposed to fucking what?
When you're talking about the election that's going to happen very soon, and you're saying, would you like A or B? He's saying Hillary Clinton is the preferable choice to Trump. In that context alone, he's not sitting there going, I think Hillary Clinton is going to be the most perfect thing and solve all our problems. No, nobody's saying that. He's just simply saying she is the preferable choice to Trump. Maybe only by 1%, maybe by a small hair, she is the preferable choice, but she was the preferable choice. And it's same with leftist commentators, pro-communist people who might have said, yeah, I think we should vote for Kamala. Yeah, that's the reason why. Yes, Kamala sucks for a number of reasons, but she would have been the preferable outcome to Trump.
Yeah, because what people forget is that the election is going to happen.
Yeah.
And you're voting for who you want to fight against.
Yeah.
Also, I never blame the voters for, I always say, vote, go in, spoil your ballot, whatever, do something democratic on that day, because I don't blame people for not voting lesser evil stuff. If people did not want to vote Harris, go in and vote third party. Go in, do your down ballot stuff. Go in, you have that stuff in the States. Go in, do that.
Because there are other things to vote for in the U.S.
Yeah, exactly. It's go in and do that. And even if you do vote third party, then at least that's being tallied. And like there's a reason the Democrats didn't want to release the voting autopsy, because they were told why Kamala Harris was going to lose.
Yeah,
Israel.
entirely. Yes, exactly. That was a huge sticking point for people, rightfully so. And so, yeah, like there's this weird, I don't know, like I would like to think that, you know, lefties like us who appreciate, it was Gaza. Thank you, Sean. Welcome to the comment section.
That's what I said.
It was like absolutely Gaza. They would not admit that. And of course, the Democrats deserve to be absolutely hung out to dry for that. But at the same time, when the choice is between two shitty people, you got to choose the less shitty person. That's just the physical reality of the situation.
Because
like,
one's going to happen either
way. What do they
way.
expect like Bernie Sanders to say? Like after he lost the primary, what were they expecting to say? All right, everybody, we're going to go out and do the revolution. We're going to burn this motherfucker down. Like, is that really what?
Like, I would love that, but that's not going to happen.
How old is he now? How old is he now? How old is Bernie Sanders?
It's not even a practical thing to say. Like, this guy realizes.
I feel like 80, he could do that though. I feel like you're 80. I feel like you could do that though. What you want your
as I try and say though, like these things got to be a multi-pronged approach. You have to have people who are operating outside of establishment politics, calling for revolution and revolutionary activity, but you also have to have the people from the inside, like Bernie and AOC, promoting good things and building the foundation that those revolutionaries can build on. It's a multi-pronged thing. There is no singular path to victory. The right wing certainly knows that, because they try and get their fingers in as many fucking pies as they possibly can.
All
They're
13
very
years
aware.
old.
Sorry?
Sorry. That was a reflex.
That was dark. Jesus. You know what? I'm glad it was one of the women on the show that said that, and not me. That's what I'm glad for.
I'm so confused.
I made a pedophilia joke. It's okay.
I know, but anyway,
all the Republicans, because
all the Epstein files.
Mostly.
All right, so let's get to the end of what this fucking guy is saying.
The government that's killed how many tens of millions of people since World War II, that has carried out how many coups against Latin American countries. Do we think they're afraid of killing American citizens? Do you think they'll let American people?
No, we don't think they're afraid of killing American citizens. That's why I know if we went out and tried to do a revolution tomorrow, it's not gonna fucking go well, guys.
Well, because it's organized, and because that's what basically the AI surveillance state's all about.
Yeah, they have spent decades organizing, building, using their billions of dollars of influence to flex over top of that. That is what we are competing against. We are not going to just all suddenly wake up tomorrow and be all on the same revolutionary page about this. It takes a lot more than that. So we have to appreciate the physical political reality in which we are operating.
Also,
and that
Laura Loomer literally tweeted out a hit on Hassan like a week ago. So, like, yes, we know they're going to attack Hassan. Why are you criticizing Hassan and the government that's going to kill him?
Like, if Hassan said something that is objectively like bad policy or whatever, great, we can criticize him for that. That doesn't mean he's like some secret anti-revolutionary hoping to actually preserve the bourgeoisie. Like, oh my fucking God.
Like, there's enough people who are actually doing that like he doesn't need to. Like this idiot that you're playing right now. Like, he's doing that job well enough.
Like, none of us in this left spectrum that we are operating in are under the delusion that we can magically vote our way to freedom. But again, it's a multi-pronged attack. We can vote for the most left-wing and the most socialist person to gain momentum and then use that momentum to our advantage. We cannot rest on our laurels. We cannot lean back and go, everything's going to be okay now. We should be keeping on hammering on that. But accept the wins, my guys. Accept the wins and build on them. Don't be pacified by them. Build on them.
It's an illusion. And the state, as we see very clearly with this rollout of surveillance, will be integral to the repression of any revolutionary effort. And the state offers no hope in terms of elections fundamentally transforming the society.
Again, nobody is claiming it's going to. Who is claiming it's going to?
So he is talking about both sides.
It's a straw man.
He's talking about both sides of his mouth and saying that, don't vote, it doesn't fucking matter, and saying that Hassan is the person who's trying to undermine democracy.
I should scroll down in the comment section here. I wonder if I can find the one thing. Basically, somebody just straight up put the CIA's logo as their comment. They just commented the CIA, basically saying this guy is a psyop because he's trying to discourage us from actually building a leftist movement under this fairy tale delusion that we're gonna have a revolution tomorrow, or we somehow already have the revolutionary capacity. Which again, I'm not trying to discourage revolutionary capacity. I'm simply observing the current reality that we haven't built it yet.
Yeah. If it were ready to go, I'd be ready to go, right?
Yes.
And if for some reason, somehow, that there's already this mass revolutionary uprising ready to go, let us know. We'll join in, man.
Yeah.
Spread the word.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I got to go to this because it's funny, and like I said at the top of the show, I've been fascinated by this stuff. Just the entire image, a couple of the camera frames I have seen from this, almost like it's giving Renaissance painting. Some of the just the tableau that you're seeing in some of these shots.
Statue looks like it's sleeping?
Yeah, even the statue. Honest Abe having a little nappy nap there. So again, everybody's asking, who the fuck is this lady, and why does she look like she's from a time where we still called stewardesses, and she looks like she's kind of dressed like one with the ascot and stuff.
It's
the hair, the makeup, it all seems very 1960s flight attendant, right? It's very odd.
It is very much Pitch Perfect, as in the movie, as in the costuming.
Yeah,
exactly.
Weird stuff. And
I told you my theory, Jimmy, earlier. I think this is
that she is an actual nurse.
And personally, if you're
assistant.
working with dementia patients and stuff, you want to dress as things they're familiar with.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even be surprised if they're doing this to kind of keep him calm.
Interesting perspective.
Yeah,
Perspective.
Is Donald Trump being kept awake by a mystery zapper? That bizarre theory is exploding online after the president was filmed appearing to nod off during an Oval Office event. And the internet has found a new target for its jokes. A woman standing behind the president who's...
Well, how could she not be a target for jokes? Because she's standing there next to the president on live TV, and everybody's like, well, who the fuck is she?
May have been secretly tasked with waking him up. The footage from the August 10th Oval Office event shows Trump sitting as officials discussed his childhood vaccine policy. At several points, his eyes appeared to close for extended periods. And that is when eagle-eyed social media users spotted something they thought was even stranger. A woman standing behind the president appeared to move her hand toward her stomach whenever Trump seemed to drift off. Then, according to viewers, Trump's eyes appeared to open wider. Cue the internet conspiracy machine. Within hours, users were joking that the woman had a hidden zapper designed to jolt.
I love the idea of needing to zap him. I think we should do that anyways.
That's so funny.
Ironically, this is what they go after Hassan for doing to his dog. So
and what's even weirder is putting her in a shot next to the president like this, and she's not even kind of standing at attention dutifully. She's just sort of like a first grader on stage for the school play, but they're a background actor and don't have any lines, so they're just sort of standing there like this. It's really weird body language,
nodding off. One post claimed, presses zapper on her stomach and it zaps Sleepy Dawn awake. Another user wrote that her hand appeared to move up when Trump seemed to fall asleep and then back down again, dubbing her the bobblehead zapper girl.
But the thing is, she could do that off camera. If that's what is happening, right?
Yeah.
She could do that off camera.
Maybe it's like a close range. Like
yeah. She has to be within like a foot or
yeah,
so.
they weren't gonna
Yeah.
oh
Yeah,
my
it's
god,
about,
what if
what,
they just
3
went to
feet?
like the
Yeah.
sex shop and just got like a really cheap I mean, they're not the most competent.
Yeah,
Look,
well,
we haven't
okay.
had dinner yet. Don't make me lose my fucking appetite.
I mean, don't they have ones like that now that can work through like cell phones?
Yeah,
Like, you can use,
probably,
like,
yeah.
phone app.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
But if
pretty
your
sure.
cell phone's on an app, is like that's gonna record something on the
Oh, true,
cloud or
true.
something.
Another
Yeah.
post joked that the woman next to Trump was pressing a button on her stomach to wake him up and simply called her the zapper. It was the kind of theory social media loves. However, there is no evidence that any such
There
buzzword
is, we're
or zapper
watching it.
exists,
Yeah.
and several users quickly pointed that out. One questioned how the woman could possibly monitor Trump's eyes from behind him. Another noted that if
I mean, she could see monitors. There's monitors.
Yeah.
that
I
they
mean,
can
I
look
do,
at,
I do
but-
find it believable that she'd be a nurse, and
Yeah.
maybe if he nodded off and didn't wake
So-
up, then she.
But again, like,
Someone
what-
who's
what-
poopy.
like, why would they have this random woman just standing there otherwise? Like, it
Yeah.
makes no sense. Who is she? Where is she from? Why is she freaking there? It's really odd. And just I did like and especially the aesthetics of her on top of everything else, like how she's dressed, her hair, her makeup, and the sort of like image that is giving. It's so freaking odd.
Yes. Yeah, I
I
can't wait
wonder
to
if we'll see her again. I wonder if she'll ever appear
Not
anywhere in
now.
public ever
We
again.
talked about it too much.
Yes, it was our fault specifically.
Yeah, specifically.
I mean, she might be part of like this gaggle of nurses that they have. just
Gaggle
on
of
call.
nurses. Is that
Yeah.
what it's called when you have
And
more
murder
than
of
3
nurses.
nurses?
I think it's the
Yeah.
opposite
Yeah.
that they were trying to do.
Yeah.
But it's so insane
Open
and
of
so
nurses.
dystopian that like I really find it
Everything's
genuinely
dystopian
hard to
right now, man.
believe. But I like it like how is even MAGA holding on to this now? Like even if I was a guy who like if my heart was in preserving this fascist movement that they got going, if
Yeah.
that was my belief system, I would be upset looking at this because I'd be like, the fucking guy is sleeping. What are we doing? We should get somebody who actually can do this in front of
Who's
the
not
camera. This is
sleeping?
embarrassing to our movement. This is our how are we tolerating this? They should be upset.
Yeah.
But evidently they're not. Maybe they are behind the scenes and they just have this sense of
can't
cohesiveness
bring
in
it up.
public. Who knows? Maybe there could
No,
be
they can't
layers
bring
to
it
this.
up. After all the Biden shit, they can't bring it up. So they just ignore it. It's just
Yeah.
that weird,
I don't-
like what stupid people can do where they just ignore reality.
But since when have they ever been concerned about
Yeah.
hypocrisy? You know what I mean?
I think
Like,
it's more that like they don't have good options.
yeah.
Because like Vance sucks.
Yeah.
There's no one
Yeah,
charismatic to take on the mantle.
Yeah, like Vance
Um,
is just like a dead fish as far as charisma goes. And same with Stephen Miller. Like, even if like,
Mhm.
the most fashy American right now probably loves Stephen Miller on a policy standpoint. And it's like, yeah, this guy, he understands the beliefs, but they gotta know deep down he's so unpleasant and unelectable, right?
Absolutely.
But
And that's the thing
yeah.
is that like that's the thing about being a fascist. You stuck and you're ugly and unlikable.
yeah.
yeah. You've heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's who the fuck is she? I can't get over it. It's so goofy to me. And then the pictures of her what is it, up close smile. See if I can find this because some of the things were pretty funny. Let's see if I can find the picture on Threads that I was recently looking at. I'm searching the word bobblehead on Threads. Yeah, there, and here we are. Okay. Pretty sure this person is one of Elon's prototypes. The jokes about her being like some sort of sentient love doll. And it's like I don't want to like, you know, rag on women's appearance too much. They get enough of that beef as it is, but there is just something about her entire aesthetic that does kind of look love doll. Right?
That's what. Okay, I just want to say. I want to
I'm
be like,
sorry.
she's the woman
Like-
that the love dolls are made from. Like that's what it looks like.
Like the up close of that face, I'm like, that
It's
that looks
plastic.
like what? It looks a bit
The
uncanny
veneers,
valley.
the plastic nose.
Yeah. Hey USA, what the f is this creepy effing piece of artificial turf?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's brutal. Like, and what's a shame about that? Like, we should point out the undertones of misogyny here, because it's like, hey, you have an orange literal sack of shit who's slowly dying on camera in front of you, but we're really gonna pick apart this lady's looks. She might be trying her best. I don't know. But it is just, it's just weird that she was there. And I hope whoever she is not a
paid
fascist,
well.
not a fascist, getting paid well, and just moves on and has a nice life outside of this.
How old do you think she is? I feel like she's young. I feel like she's young with too much makeup on her face.
Under,
I think, like-
I would say under 25.
I was- yeah.
Under
24-ish.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, probably just out of nursing school.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
why I was thinking that age.
Yeah. She's like, you know, it probably has that fresh face, go get 'em mentality where you just get out of school and you want to get a good job and stuff. And you're like, oh, I get to work at the White House. It's like, sure, it might be for this terrible fucking guy, but it's still the White House. And
But
that's
she
an
might not even do it.
opportunity.
She's upper middle class, early
yeah.
20s. She probably just it's probably just
Her
you know,
parents
stepping
probably vote
stone.
for Trump, and so
Yeah.
it's like Trump is fun.
Yeah.
It'll be a fun, quirky story for her in 15 years when she turns into a raging leftist.
Yeah,
after being
was it-
sexually assaulted in the
what
White
is it,
House or
the
something.
next Ashley St. Clair.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any St. Clair updates recently, but honestly, maybe I'm naive because I know Sean and I have talked about this before, but she's winning me over a little bit. Like, I'm starting to believe that Ashley St. Clair, in her ideological turn, is sincere. Like there's this part of me that's like, yeah, she might be doing this for a lot of ulterior motives, or to make sure that she has an out at the end of all this MAGA fascism stuff. There might be a lot of suspicious, dubious things, but as I watch her more and more, she is kind of taking me in a little bit. I'm starting to be like, you know what? Maybe she's all right. Like, and it's like, I don't want to be. Nobody wants to be the griftee, right? Nobody wants to be like, I've been fooled. I got. Damn it.
No.
Nobody wants to be that person. But I'll say she's kind of giving me positive vibes. I'm kind of warming up to the idea that she may be ideologically quite good. We'll see. Yeah. But I'm starting to come around.
Yeah. So to wrap things up, I realize that you can see like my IV scar.
Wait, you gotta cover up that makeup like Trump.
I know.
You should have done the Trump.
Yeah. So this is for me having a colonoscopy the other day. Take care of your health. And so when you get to 45, like start doing all the preventative health things. Speaking of which, I have put in the private chat the link to the fundraiser for the Ottawa Hospital Cancer Center's Breast Health Center. So if anyone wants to donate towards that,
You want me to put that in the public chat?
Yeah. It connects directly to Ottawa Hospital. Like the money doesn't go through me. Like that's the thing for a fundraiser. I didn't want to touch any money. I just wanted to go through a system that was already pre-set up. And so if you want money to go to the Ottawa Hospital's Breast Health Center, then please donate. And you know, if you're in your 40s, go get your mammograms. They're hilarious.
Yeah.
They're
And
obnoxious.
Nat's mammogram found a tumor that they found was what is it?
Stage 1.
Yeah, stage
Yeah.
1 ductal carcinoma.
Yeah.
They removed
When you
it.
want.
They removed it, and she is apparently good now. The doctor apparently has recommended maybe some radiation just to
This is the-
be
I'll figure that
absolutely
out next
sure.
week.
But yeah, you got to talk to your doctor more about that. But so far,
Yeah.
they got it all, and
Yep.
it hasn't spread.
Nope.
So
Get
it-
tested
it ha-
early.
Yes, and that's the benefit of getting tested early, because if you say just didn't think about it, waited maybe even a year, maybe even a few months, I don't know how fast ductal carcinoma can
don't-
spread, but they evidently, in her case, caught it early enough that it was pretty smooth sailing, all things considered.
Yep.
Won't say that, downplay the severity of how much your surgery sucked, because it does.
wasn't
Surgery sucks.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to get it, but
Yep.
it is much better than the alternative. We could kind of say that about electoral politics, as we were saying before, right?
We could,
Right?
and
Yeah. We
did.
could say, it's still cancer.
Yeah.
It's in having to treat it, and that sucks.
Yeah.
But one is very preferable to the other in terms of options, right?
Exactly. And
But
if you
in
ignore
Canada,
it, nothing
wor-
gets better.
But in Canada, it works a little differently when it comes to minority and majority governments, as me and Jimmy talked about earlier.
Yes.
Where maybe it would have been better to have a conservative minority than this current liberal majority. But
Honestly, I can't believe that in Canadian politics, I'm actually at a point where I would say that. I didn't think I would see the day
How would we know?
where I'd
How
find
would we-
myself
what
going,
what
"Oh my
metric,
God,
what past
conservative
experience did
minority
we have
would have been
that would
preferable,"
have validated that?
because Carney has turned
now
out
we
to
know
be
the next election,
such
go
a
big
hardline-
crazy.
he is such a hardline conservative.
Smart voting's not just going to be for
I'm
the party you want
shocked.
no more. You
It's
got to
like,
think 3D chess.
yeah, like I wasn't expecting good things from the banker, like I wasn't under any
The
delusion
Stephen Harper
that this
banker?
was going to
No.
be
Yeah.
that this was going to be like a great guy, but
Yeah.
just how right wing he is turned out to be, and just like kind of
Yeah.
bulldozing over any semblance of centrist to left of center progress that we
Yeah.
might have had. I am actually kind of surprised by that.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't going to be great, but I didn't think it would be this extreme. And that is
fast, too.
yeah, and so fast. Well, that explains like his desperation to consolidate power by getting these far right wing conservatives to cross the aisle.
Well, it's
Like,
because they're in the
yeah.
same team as him.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the
Fuck.
day, like he must have had some backroom meetings where he was just basically like, "Hey, I know I'm running under the liberal banner here, but trust me, we are on the same page."
Also, the
yeah.
social capital that conservatives get going over to liberal side, liberals wouldn't get going over to conservative side. You know
Right.
what I mean?
No.
So that's why it's like
No.
a conservative minority. Like no liberal's gonna cross that line there.
Yeah. Like, and if they do, it would be like such an insignificant amount. I feel like it wouldn't be.
And
enough
they're
to
getting
push-
ready to retire.
Yeah. Hey, that still could be true for some of the ones that did cross
Yeah.
the aisle. Because like I remember, I can't remember who it was, but that one woman who did cross the aisle, who was from such a conservative stronghold.
And she was like
Mm.
pro-life and stuff.
And and they were just like, "Oh, I can't believe she joined the liberals. Oh, she's a betrayer, blah blah blah." Like they're ready to hang her out to dry. So like,
Yeah.
there's that. But yeah, weird times. Lots of things. Like I knew things would get weird, but just watching it get weird. Yeah, like as we said
Everything is
before
just
we
getting
went live.
weirder.
I was saying to Jess before we went live, like I shouldn't be shocked about some of these things anymore, but it's kind
Yeah.
of a good thing to remain shocked. Keep
Yeah.
your capacity to be shocked, because it makes you human. If you lose
Yeah.
your ability to be shocked by this,
Yeah.
I think you start to become ironically detached.
Frogs in a
And-
boiling pot, guys. Frogs in a boiling
exactly.
pot.
Yeah, allow yourself to feel the heat of the boiling pot. Don't let it boil you so slowly that you don't notice it. Allow yourself to feel the burn, so to speak. No pun intended about being a Bernie bro or anything. But like, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I had a lot of converging thoughts at once that I wanted to rant about, but I'm like, we're already 15 minutes over.
Let me go.
Let's
Release
call it a
me.
day. Yeah, we'll release Nat and go have our dinner of leftovers that we planned for tonight. Thank you so much for joining the show, folks. And Sean for being in the comments. We should bring Sean on as a guest again soon, because he's got some things going on with the local like Communist Party and things like that.
Yeah.
So that's worthy of talking about.
There is the municipal elections that are coming up.
Yeah, municipal elections in Ottawa coming up. Absolutely.
In Hamilton.
And Hamilton. Oh yeah, I guess it's probably a bunch of cities are going to be having municipal elections. Kind of that time.
And then your show tomorrow.
And I am playing, in Ottawa tomorrow at Avant Garde, which is a lovely communist-themed, communist aesthetic
so darling.
place.
I love it.
It's very darling and has all the good vibes in it. I'm going to be doing acoustic set with a bunch of other acoustic punks down there. So join us for that, and we can talk and argue in person if you want. Hopefully not argue. I'd rather not.
Discuss.
But, discuss. Yes. If you can handle the discussion. A lot of people evidently can't, but we'll talk more about that next week, perhaps. Thank you so much for joining us on the Rough Report. And as always, stay rough.